Clean that. So, good afternoon, one and all. Welcome to the showroom here at Raby Porsche, down on the south coast, just a little bit along from where I'm based in Dorset. So, Raby, as I'm sure you know, set up Total 911 magazine, which is, of course, the magazine that I edit these days and have done for the last 11 years. But it was Phil that set it up. And Phil went from writing about Porsches, as he's done for many, many years, to trading them and selling them and using his harnessing his specialist knowledge. Phil has set up a business with Will, so it's got Phil and Will here at Raby now, and they've amassed a really, really nice selection of cars. And I thought, well, might as well talk you through some of them and take a look, because there is a lot of variety here. Hi Kyle P, thanks for joining us live. So yeah, I thought I'd walk you through, because there's great variety, so it's always good to visit here. So let's take a bit of a look, shall we? Let's spin the camera around. I mean, look, we start off with a lovely classic Targa 2.4, coming from Spain apparently, which is really cool. I mean, they're brushed alloy, original Targa roll hoop. Just looks so good, doesn't it? It looks like that's had a new roof on it at some point, because they can kind of warp significantly along there. That one's not too bad at all, actually. So yeah, look, I mean, as a classic boulevard cruiser, it doesn't get a lot better than a Targa, does it? Some lovely 993s in at Raby here. Incidentally, I mean, I think these are looking really nice on the camera, but the guys have made sure I point out to you that the detailer comes along every Thursday, and I've rocked up on a Wednesday, which isn't the best for them. But honestly, I think the cars, they do present well. I've got a lovely 996 turbo here with the optional aero kit as well, by the looks of it. Very, very cool. What else have we got? So, yeah, look at this. GT3 time. Nice collection, best cars in the world. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, yeah, oh, look at that. I wonder if that's open or not. No, okay. I don't know if you can see that, but you've got the best seats for a 996 with those lovely houndstooth seat centres. That looks absolutely phenomenal, doesn't it? Really, really good. Gen 2 996 in black, 2004, 60,000 miles, 74,995. Only 60,000 miles, that's really cool. Really, really cool. Next to that, we've got a Boxster. So yeah, Raby and Will, they do other cars here. There's a nice Merc, there's an Aston Martin V12 Vantage over there somewhere as well. Look, yeah, there we go. Unfortunately, I don't know a lot about these cars, but for you people that like things outside of a Zuffenhausen persuasion, you can take a look at that. Very, very cool. So yeah, this 993, I believe, is sold and is going to be exported to Australia. We've just done a film here with Will talking about cars of 2023. Richard, just been checking the Nineworks marketplace. Fantastic. I'm hoping these cars from Raby piqued your interest. But yeah, so Will and I have just done a film on cars to buy for 2023 with some top tips. And Will has divulged a really, really good bit of information on the Australian market. I'll save that for the video, but in the meantime, I'll let you know that this is one of a few cars that the guys export out to Australia, it being right-hand drive, of course. A Guards Red G-Series 911. That's quintessential 911 in my eyes. This cab is sold, I believe. Yeah, I think that's off to Switzerland, they said. So again, another export car. That's going strong. This. Now, I really want to do a video on this. This thing is absolutely beautiful. 987 Cayman, Gen 1, of course, with those lovely lobster claw wheels. I mean, talk about amazing amount of Porsche for the money. It is manual, I believe. Yeah, look at that. It is manual. Lovely black interior. Quite like this as well, like the Alcantara seat centres. Not really seen that before. But yeah, look, in Guards Red as well. That's quite rare, isn't it? And look at that for a price. Just shy of 16k. Only 51k on the clock as well. I mean, look at it. Look at it. I think, you know, when you're looking at 996 for that sort of money or something like that, I think that's a really good proposition. That's a brilliant modern classic sports car. And as I say, looks fantastic in Guards Red. Not many of them. They're usually in a silver or a seal grey or meteor or something like that. Let's take a look from the back. I think that's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful car. So very much hope to do a video on that for Nineworks TV shortly. Away, because, yeah, we're off 911s for a little bit. we've got transaxle, and again, the guys at Phil Raby have got a lot of transaxle Porsche in. We've got this 928 S4. Again, that might be quite cool with yeah, the iconic pop-up headlights, of course. Where else have we got? We've got more transaxle stuff over here. Yeah, look, 968. Have a peek in there. Very cool. With the colour-coded wheels as well. Yeah, look, well, I think we should do a transaxle special on Nineworks TV. I mean, it's a bit of a gap in my knowledge, I have to admit, so I'll have to do some research for it. 924, I need to show you the interior of this. The guys have already shown it. I think there's 124 miles on this, but look at this interior. I mean, it's seriously cool with the pinstripe anyway, but it just doesn't look like anybody has sat in this car, ever. Look at the bolster on that seat. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Really, really, really cool. Really cool. So yes, another transaxle. And then we've got, which is probably my favourite transaxle car here at Phil Raby today, 944 Turbo Cabriolet. Now you might think a 944 wouldn't suit the Cabriolet body style, but actually I think it really does. And it also screams 1980s as well, doesn't it? Really, really, really cool. Black leather interior, which has held up well. Why do all the air-cooled cars, they just hold up so well inside compared to the modern stuff? Really, really does. Let's take a look at the details on there if we can. Again, not senior miles at all. Really cool. So for some quintessential, let's take a look at those Design 90 wheels as well. That is a cool car. That is a seriously, seriously cool car. Again, away from your 911 vintage. Really, really cool. So go check it out. It's on Phil Raby's website and also on the Nineworks marketplace as well. However, if you like your drop tops with a 911 silhouette, I mean, that's lovely, isn't it, with the 997? Really is. 993-esque looks with the 997, of course. Remove the fried egg style headlights that the 996 had. I think these have aged so well. Let's take a look at this from the back. We'll come to this in a minute. Look at that from the back. That is a lovely, lovely, lovely car, and not a car to look at that the every man or every woman would think is getting on for very nearly 20 years old. Beautiful thing. I don't know whether that's a manual or a tip, actually. Oh, manual. Oof. Very nice, with the proper wheel as well. Very good. Very, very, very good. 996 Turbo. Again, the guys have got a couple of 996 Turbos in. Yeah, so lots of variety on there. Looks good in blue, I have to say. Let's take a look at the details, if you are so interested. Only 32,000 miles. Lapis blue. This is a gorgeous colour as well. Really pops in the sunlight, I have to say. So yeah, take a look online if you are so interested in that. So I want to finish here with this car. So an interesting proposition in many ways. It's been a local car all its life by the look of it. Porsche Centre Bournemouth there. So, I mean, this car is sold, I will point out. It didn't hang around for long, but it's just over, or just into six figures. And the reason is it's a Cat C. All documented previously, as we've seen on the Nineworks marketplace on the ad listing for it. But a car like this, particularly if it's been rebuilt properly, that is an RS that you have got many, many happy miles of driving ahead of you. It's not a car where you think, oh, I can't drive it, I've got to protect the value. That is a car that you would drive everywhere all the time. Of course, not really a daily, but certainly whoever's just bought this, I very much hope that you'll be visiting every track in the UK in 2023 because, as I say, you've got guilt-free miles ahead there. It's an awesome proposition. I'm not going to lie, I did think once or twice about it because, again, it's an RS that you can actually use. It's worth pointing out just very quickly, there is like a service centre here at Philip Raby where they've got all sorts of projects on the go. But, I mean, here is where all the lovely stuff is. I don't know anything about this other than it takes up a lot of room. Look at that. Can't even get it in on a landscape. The casual petrol head, those are the ones I like. Maybe the next one, absolutely. So yeah, look, that is pretty much what we've got for variety here at Philip Raby Cars. I said there's always so much variety, and yeah, like lots of affordable Porsches. again, we've recorded a video today for the cars to look out for in 2023 in the Porsche market, and we've got 3 separate categories that we're looking at that cover the entire spectrum of Porsche sports cars, old and new. It's got everything in there. I won't reveal too much more about what we were talking about because obviously I'd like you to watch the video, which will land in the first week in January, but that's a top level look at some of the cars here in the showroom at Philip Raby. You can have a look at all of these cars, of course, online on Phil Raby's website, or of course on the Nineworks marketplace, nineworks.co.uk/marketplace, and all the cars on there are from verified Porsche specialists, okay? So they're all top quality. So go take a look on there, and you never know, you might find a car that tempts you into an early Christmas present for yourself. That's going to be about it. I'll see you soon. So from the showroom here at Phil Raby, happy Wednesday.